take it you have some coffee. Actually, I don't have any coffee this morning. I didn't make it yet. So I'm not sure how this is going to go, but we're going to give it a try. But I want to thank you all for all your subscribing. I really appreciate it. This is month 2, going on month 2 right now of working on my channel. And this last weekend, I crossed over the 2,000 subscriber mark. I was surprised. But anyways, I just wanted to say thanks. But what I wanted to really work on today is Hammer-Ons. And as you notice, I'm playing kind of a bluesy tune here. And you know what? Hammer-Ons go so well with bluesy tunes. So that's why I chose that. And I kind of want to show you how to get that sound. It's kind of a funky thing. So let's talk about it. Well, I guess the first place to start is, what's a hammer-on? Well, a hammer-on, now it could be when you're driving down the road and somebody pulls in front of you and then you hit yourself in the head and say, what are you doing? That could be a hammer-on, but that's not the one we're talking about. We're talking about the hammer-on that happens when you play one note, say for instance on an open string. It doesn't have to be an open string, but in this case it is. And then the next note, you're going to play that note, and the next note, you're going to hammer on. You're not plucking. What you're doing is you're just letting your fingers become the hammer. Like that. And when you hammer on, you don't hammer on in the middle of the fret. You don't hammer on the upper edge, or you don't hammer on the fret, but it's right behind the fret to get that sound. Okay, so that's a hammer-on. It's kind of like when you look inside the piano and you press the key down and you see that little padded thing go down onto the string. It hammers on. They're little hammers. Your fingers that hammer like a piano. Okay, so that's a hammer-on. So there's some pitfalls to hammer-ons. One is just what I was just telling you. Make sure you stay behind that fret. The other thing is you want to look at your timing of a hammer-on. You'll notice when I was first talking to you, I had a hard time doing the hammer-on because I plucked the string and I waited forever. Then all of a sudden, I tried to put that down and you don't get the sound. I mean, you could do that, but it's too slow. When you do a hammer-on, the timing is everything. It's got to be right after that pluck. Just a little bit faster. And you'll get that sound. Okay? All right, so it's pluck it, go right after it, make sure your timing is right, get behind the fret. Now, here's an exercise I want you to do, and there's a reason for it. Now, I want you to think about this now because you're going to have to pay attention to this hand, and these strings. I guess that's playing guitar, isn't it? Does that make a whole lot of sense? Well, here's the reason why. Okay, so you want you to take your third finger, paying attention to that, and I want you to go to the high E string, pluck it, and I want you to hammer on the third fret. Right behind that fret now. Okay? See that? Okay? And then I want you to go to the B string, and I want you still on the third fret, still with that third finger. I want you to do the same thing. So now you got, okay? Now, pay attention to this hand now, because now you're going to use the middle finger, okay? And you're going to go to the third string up, the G string, and you're going to hammer on the second fret. Second finger, second fret. Third finger, third fret, third finger, third fret, second finger. My dog's peeking through the door. I had to laugh. And you can come in. Come on in. Come on over here and sit down. This is Bernice. You can't see her yet. She's checking me out. She's wondering why I didn't make coffee. Okay, back to what I was doing. I got distracted. Okay. Second finger, second fret. And then you're going to go to the D string or the fourth string up. Still on the second fret, second finger. And you're going to go to the A string, still on the second fret, second finger. And you're just going to be doing those hammer-ons. And then you go to the low E, third finger, third fret, okay? Do you see a pattern here yet? High E, third fret. Second string, third fret. Third string, second fret. Okay, fourth string, second fret. Fifth string, second fret. So it's going to sound like this. Now, what did I mean about paying attention to this hand? Use your thumb for the bottom three strings and use these three fingers for the top three strings. Turn around and come the other direction. Okay, and do it slow, but make sure the hammer is fast. Okay, so now the reason why I had you do those particular notes, because that's actually the pentatonic scale, the E minor pentatonic scale. I'll put the chart up there. Can you see it? It's the same as if you're playing the A minor pentatonic scale up here, but because we have an open note instead, those are really nice notes when you're playing a blues tune and you're using the E seventh or the E minor to use that pentatonic scale for your fill-in. Now you notice I'm using my pinky finger. I had to revert there because I'm anchoring with these two fingers, and I can't get it a real nice hammer-on, probably because because of I don't think it would work for anyone. It's just easier. Maybe if you have a bigger hand. But those notes go really well with that. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Okay, so let's go over and talk about that double hammer-on that I just did. So once again, I'm starting from open strings, and I'm hammering in, but I'm hammering it 2 at once. I mean, you could hammer it 3 at once. Okay, but in this case, I'm hammering 2 at once. You can do this if you're barring. It's not as loud. Okay, so that hammer-on goes really well. let's just leave it with that. I want you to practice that pentatonic scale, that E minor, because it'll help you when you're using that bluesy sound. Hear it? Okay, and then practice a double hammer-on. Now you'll notice, I just want to say this, you'll notice that I'm actually playing 2 notes at once down here. But you don't have to. You can just focus on the A string, hitting that alone. Okay? The other thing I wanted to say is that you can do this with the A7th. Instead of doing it up here. So it's an A7. And I'm just pinching that open string and I'm hammering down 2. And then you could get your B, just do the 2 notes. So it sounds like. Well, I hope you have a great day wherever you are. Practice. Let me know how it turns out. Okay, talk to you later.